The JBL Live Pro 2 used to be my favorite earbud. Last year I called the JBL Live Pro 2 the AirPod Pro killers. But now JBL has released the JBL Tour Pro 2 and I'm wondering, is that the same? Well, we're going to compare these side by side and see if one is actually better than the other and if these are the new AirPod Pro killers. So let's find out and let's talk tech. I'm Agent with Arnoldly Tech, and in our channel I've reviewed both of these earbuds, the Live Pro 2s and the Tour Pro 2s, and so today I'm going to be talking about them side by side and which one you should consider. So let's start off with the specs and features. The battery life on both of these are going to last you about 40 hours between the case and the earbuds themselves. They're both also going to have true adaptive noise cancellation, ambient aware, which is their transparency mode, talk through mode, voice assistant integration, dual connect, which means you'll be able to use both earbuds on mono mode. Both also have 6 mics for calls. Both can charge by USB-C or wireless charging, and also is compatible with some fast charging. And both of them, though it's not indicated on the boxes, have multi-point connection capabilities, which means you can connect the earbuds to 2 separate devices and switch between the 2 devices seamlessly, like you could with AirPod Pros. They both also have an IPX5 rating as well as Bluetooth 5.3 and connectivity to the JBL app. But with the Tour Pro 2 case, you might not even need that app. And exclusive to the Tour Pro 2s, you're also going to get JBL's legendary Pro audio sound and spatial sound, which I guess is JBL's version of spatial audio. That said, the price difference between these two is $100. The Tour Pro 2s retail at $250, which match the price point of a brand new pair of AirPod Pros, while the Live Pro 2s retail at $150 and are often on sale for $100. So what causes this to be $100 more than the Live Pro 2s? When most of the features are almost exactly the same? Well, for the most part, it seems like it's the Smartcase. But more on that later. Let's talk about the fit and comfort of both of these earbuds. The Live Pro 2s and the Tour Pro 2s both have a comfortable fit for different reasons. Both are super light and don't feel like a bother in your ear. Although I find that these Live Pro 2s fit a little bit better with foam tips rather than silicone tips for me. The Live Pro 2s have a very similar design to the AirPod Pro ear tips, so that benefits them because the AirPod Pros to me are very comfortable. Now I know not everybody likes in-ear tips, but for me these fit really well. The Tour Pro 2s are also super comfortable, though they're different in design. The ear tips for the Tour Pro 2s feels like it comfortably sits in my ear and doesn't have much of a stem for you to hold or touch or interact with. It's pretty flat when you get it into your ear, and I like that feeling. And in considering going to the gym and working out, yeah, sure, they can both still fall out. That said, I think the Tour Pro 2s fit a little bit better and are a little bit more consistent in not falling out of my ear than the Live Pro 2s are. As for the sound, both of them deliver very similar sounds, though they are named differently by JBL. I will say the Tour Pro 2s do sound better, but the Live Pro 2s have an 11mm driver while the Tour Pro 2s have a 10mm driver. The larger the driver typically means the better the sound, but that said, to an untrained ear, and I'm not that much of a trained ear myself, I literally just would have to put them in and play the same thing over and over again and switch back and forth to notice a difference. But to most people, the difference will be very marginal. And as I've said before, I am not an audiophile. I don't critique sound to the same level as certain people might, so take that with a grain of salt. As for the active noise cancellation on both of these earbuds, they're very similar, very hard to tell the difference. They both have a little bit more bleed than the likes of AirPod Pros, but that said, compared to one another, it's still very good and still very comparable to those like the AirPod Pros. So whether you're going on a flight, cutting grass, or just trying to go to the gym and drown out the noise, these both will deliver the great active noise cancellation that you need, or I guess the adaptive noise cancellation that you need. But if I had to choose one of them, I think the Tour Pro 2s might take the cake just because of the way they fit in ear and they have a better seal, and for some instances, than the Live Pro 2s do. As for transparency mode, the difference is a little bit more noticeable here, and it's not to the Tour Pro 2s, the more expensive models, benefit. It's actually to the cheaper Live Pro 2s that have, I think, in my personal experience, the better transparency mode. And I don't know if it's because I have a faulty device or whatever, but the Tour Pro 2 earbuds have this light white noise that you can hear with their transparency mode that makes it sound like you are listening through a microphone and not your actual hearing. While the Live Pro 2s are very close to what the AirPod Pro's transparency mode can do. I still think these are ahead by a long shot, but the Live Pro 2s are very close to it and I don't notice that slight white noise, which is the point of transparency mode, to be able to hear sound around you as if you didn't have anything in your ear. But with the Tour Pro 2s, I can definitely tell that there was a difference between my normal hearing and the hearing on ambient aware mode. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Here on Ardently Tech, we believe tech was made to make our lives easier, so we're here to help you discover and learn about tech that improves your life. So if you've ever been confused by tech or just a fellow tech lover like us, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And if you're interested in trying either of these earbuds, make sure to use our affiliate links in the description below. It helps us support our channel so that we can do more reviews like this. As for battery life, like we said in the beginning, they both have 40 hours of battery life, but I will say the Tour Pro 2s do lose battery faster, and that's because of that Smartcase. The little screen on the Tour Pro 2s is going to be a factor when it comes to battery life compared to the Live Pro 2's screenless case. That said though, the battery life being indicated on the Tour Pro 2 screen is a helpful indication as to when I need to charge the battery life versus the Tour Pro 2s having these 3 LED lights, which yes are helpful, but it's harder to notice while you can just see how much percentage you have left on battery on the case. So yes, both of them have a pro and con when it comes to battery life, but they both deliver a great amount of battery life, which runs laps over the AirPods Pro 2's battery life still. As for versatility and unique features, everything I love about the Live Pro 2s is actually available in the Tour Pro 2s, and on top of that it has the Smartcase, which personally I was hesitant about at first, but now I come to really enjoy having it. When I first saw it, I was excited about it, but I was also conflicted as to whether or not that was actually going to be useful. And in my time of using it, if you saw my full review on the Tour Pro 2s, you saw that I am a big fan of this, and that is still the case. No pun intended. That said, I also do enjoy the case of the Tour Pro 2s, how it opens up rather than the clamshell design of the Live Pro 2s. And I'll say, even though the case overall outside of the screen doesn't feel like the most premium product, at least it doesn't have a swinging hinge like the Live Pro 2 case has. While yes, there is a little bit of wiggle on the lid of the Tour Pro 2s, it doesn't seem to be much of a problem like the Live Pro 2s are. And with a case like this, it's easy to be able to manage it with one hand versus the clamshell design, it's a little bit annoying. Even when it's in your pocket, you can't just like open the case and take out an earbud. You gotta take it out of your pocket with the Live Pro 2s versus this design and the AirPods Pros. You can just easily do this in your pocket and take out an earbud. The Smartcase on the Tour Pro 2s comes with a bunch of different features, which I go into depth in my full review. So if you wanna check that out, watch it over here. But just to go briefly, it's able to pause and play your music or just skip to the next song. It's able to adjust your volume. You're able to change the ambient sound, so whether you want it to be active noise cancellation, transparency mode, or the ambient aware mode, or the talk through mode. You'll also be able to change your equalizer settings. You're able to set a timer if you need that, turn on and off spatial sound, as well as choose which spatial sound you want to use. You can also adjust the brightness of the case as well as change the wallpaper of the case. Voice awares, like if you start talking, it will start pausing your music so that you can talk and have a conversation, and then continue the music when you pause. And you can adjust how sensitive it is to that voice awareness. You can also toggle off autoplay and pause. And if you lose your earbud, you can easily find them by using the Find My Bud, as long as it's near you. And if it's underneath your couch and you need a little extra light, you can actually turn the screen into a little flashlight by turning it on. So everything that you can do on the case can be done on the app as well. But take the Live Pro 2 case that doesn't have a Smartcase, for example, and you connect it to your phone. You can go to the JBL app and customize the settings, your equalizer settings, pause, play, your ambient aware, the transparency mode, all that stuff on the app. But if you connected it to a MacBook alone or a laptop alone, you won't be able to customize those settings without the app. But with the Tour Pro 2 Smartcase, if you're connected to a MacBook or to a laptop, you can make those setting changes here on the case. Sure, you're still limited to certain things that you wouldn't be able to do, like changing what taps do what for your earbuds, but you can change your equalizer settings, those spatial awareness settings, and all that jazz, and still be able to enjoy the music on your laptop, which is pretty clutch. So that's where the Smartcase really shines. Now that's up to you whether or not that's enough to justify the extra $100. Sometimes it's $150 extra, because I think right now the Live Pro 2s are on sale for $100. So do the features justify the price difference for the Tour Pro 2s? I'm not sure. What made me call the Live Pro 2's AirPods Pro killers is the fact that their price was a fraction of the cost of the AirPods Pros while offering similar features as AirPods Pros, where the Tour Pro 2s do the same thing, but it has the same price point as the AirPod Pros. Yeah, it does have that screen, that Smartcase, cool, but is that enough to justify that price difference or that price similarity to the AirPod Pros? I don't know. That's up to you. If you want to try it though, go check out our affiliate links in the description below. That said, if you want to watch a full review on both of these earbuds, I have a playlist here that has both of those reviews available there. Otherwise, you can watch any of these other videos here, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.